on the case, on court. I'm being told that it is starting to fill back up, and that some people are still acting a fool in and around the courtroom.
Did you ever get a hold of Lindy?
Yeah, and I messaged Abby. Lindy, so
I was
this
gonna say,
morning, yes, Cheryl, Tennessee. This morning, Kim and Rich went in front of the judge. Everything got postponed until the 9th. Okay. Everything got postponed until the 9th because they haven't seen their lawyers yet. And it was supposed to be like a discovery of evidence where they were like, the prosecutors basically are like, hey, we have all this evidence, so we can put them on trial. And then their lawyers would be like, hey, here's evidence contradicting your evidence, so no, you don't, kind of thing. Basically just proving that they have. It's Kim and Rich. That's who that was. Courtney and Brad should be up very soon with their arraignment, where they officially get their charges. So, yeah, apparently they haven't seen their lawyers yet because of the holiday weekend, which is understandable. So, Tuesday is when what was happening today will happen. You're welcome. Lindy, I don't know if you can see her in here, but Abby is the one that you need to get a hold of for information on the dog. Abby Lou. It is Grandma's granddaughter. So if you see her comment somewhere in here, I did send her a screenshot of what you sent me about needing to look at the dogs and your book of faces name, so that way she can get a hold of you. Good morning, May. Good afternoon. Oh, hang on, I'm getting messages. Oh, okay. You're welcome. Thank you for offering the other day. I know that you obviously have to make sure it's a good fit, but for everybody just coming in, we are waiting to hear news about Courtney and Brad. They are due in court anytime now. And and as soon as we hear back, I will be giving you guys an update on what the charges were, what was said, all of that. We have boots on the ground. They've been there all day since like 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning. So I appreciate the roses. Don't think it's necessary. I do appreciate it, but don't think it's necessary. We're not here to make a buck or anything. They just approved it. Approved what, Tina? I don't see another comment, so I don't know what that's referring to. Or if I said something that I just don't recall what you're talking about. Oh, and the other ones, they asking you to do it. Yeah, no, I will never ask for you guys to send gifts or anything. If you feel like you want to, that's totally up to you, but I will never ask for gifts. You will never have to gift to get in the box. The most I might do is ask you to share it, only because it gets more eyes on everything. But other than that, that's it. I love your Christmas theme background, by the way. It's so cute. Thank you. I was trying to find a better background so it wasn't like hard for everybody to read the chat, because like when I put the posters up or something, it's usually a white background, so it's hard to read chat. Or like there's words. Well, thank you, Robert. I'm doing it because eyes need to be on it. They need to know that they're under scrutiny. They have to do this right or it will be publicized. You guys are going to hear my dog in 1 second. I'm so sorry. I got a husky and he barks at everything. He wants. Hey. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. It's a squirrel. It's okay. We have squirrels. Hang on 1 second, guys. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Yeah, Tina, I think your comments are being filtered because I don't see anything about who you're talking to or about. They approved her, but I don't know about anyone else. They approved who? You can also just send me a personal message as well. Without you all, I believe this would not be happening this fast. God bless you all. Thank you, Robert. I honestly believe if it wasn't for the protest and people being in their faces, for sure, Courtney and Brad would not have slipped up. They would not have said, okay, let's go find Becca. Let's go look over here. None of that. I mean, we were out there, 2 days, 2.5 days, and more got done in 2.5 days than the 3 weeks she was missing. So yes, I 100% believe had people not been out there in their faces and making them uncomfortable, this would not have been happening right now. We would still be wondering where Becca was. Okay, Tina. Yes, Cheryl, pressure. Yes, 100%. Making them uncomfortable, making them feel the pressure, letting them know that Becca will not be forgotten, her baby will not be forgotten, and people care. I just got a text message that said courtroom is packed. You can't even sit. People standing. So courtroom is so packed they have no more sitting room. This is what the people are wanting. It's evident this is what people wanted. People want to see them face repercussions. Yes, it is amazing. Yes, absolutely amazing. Did I get a hold of the lady about the benefit? Not yet, Twinkles. We will be working on that. Yes.
Where's Mouthy?
She had to run to the town, but she will be back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she knows that I'm live. She'll be here soon.
So I was just asking because I was in Jax's live and she came in there.
Oh, okay.
And I heard your mom say something about seeing if they were gonna do a silent auction or anything.
Yes.
She said they're gonna do a bake sale and a silent auction.
Okay, perfect. Because my mom and I will definitely, if they're taking donations for that, we are some crafty mofos and we'll get together some baskets for them to auction off, whatever we can do.
Yeah, I figured I'd let you know that, and she's just waiting on like the legal stuff from what lawyer Stephanie's going through and whatnot.
Right, yeah.
Merch.
So.
Go ahead,
I think
Bree.
those wind spinners would be a really good idea.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, if as soon as my mom gets in here, I'll let her know that, and we'll get a hold of her and figure out what we can do for them.
Yeah, she seemed like a really nice lady. She got in Jax's box for a minute, and then Jax got a warning, and she had to drop out.
Oh boy,
But
people probably I don't even know if I can say the word report carding.
yeah,
So I guess I will dumb it down. Martha is a very nice, sweet lady. Awesome. Okay.
yeah, she really seemed like it.
Yeah, once my mom gets back from town and this is all, squared away today, we will get a hold of her and see what we can do for her, for them. Oh, here she comes. Let me get her in here anyway. See? You speak and she joins. Hi, Mom.
Hey,
So Twinkle's just letting me know that the lady for the benefit, her name is Martha.
okay,
And she was in Jack's Live telling everybody they are having a silent auction and a bake sale.
okay,
They said she's a very sweet lady, so
okay. Did you get her contact information?
I didn't, but
I
I'm
did
sure
not.
if I
There
go
were
on the
a lot
website,
of people in there.
yeah, I'm sure if I like call the restaurant or something that I can get more information.
Yeah, her
Okay, and
name's also Martha Snyder on
Okay.
here.
Okay.
thank you very much for getting that information for us too. I
You're
may or may
welcome.
not be driving,
No,
so
you're
I'm just
using
letting you
your
guys know.
Lamborghinis. You're using your Lamborghinis.
Right, right.
Um,
Me too.
You're just
KPC.
driving us all insane.
KPC, if you could get me some contact information and DM it to me, that I would be so grateful. Thank you so much.
And thank you to, I don't know what you said her name is that came in the box. Thank you to everybody.
Twinkles.
You're welcome.
Twinkles, thank you.
I remembered you saying something before the live ended about getting a hold of her about a silent auction or something. I was like, that's perfect. So I
Oh my
thought
God.
I'd come up and let you guys know that.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Mom, Crossroads texted me and said that the courtroom is so packed, there's not even sitting room anymore.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's going to happen. So what they're going to do is they're going to end up closing it. It won't be an open court.
Yeah, I know.
So only people with press passes are going to be able to get in. So we're going to have to do a private conversation with her.
Yeah. I do want to let everybody know
You
that
can mute it.
I am looking into doing this for my content. I know there was some people in here still. I don't know if there's new people, but I've been told several times that I need to not just do this and be done, that they would like for me to continue on. So I am going to be looking into it more, into
And
what.
I just had a name for you,
Okay.
Michigan Voices.
Okay. We'll add it on to the Ms. merch because I want to keep the merch because that's how everybody knows me. But yeah,
Right.
we can add that on.
Okay, I got to mute for a second. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. Um,
Melty, I sent you a message when you have a second.
but yeah, so I'm being told by several people to continue to do this because they like the way that we do it. So I will do a little bit of research and all of that to see, how this works, and we'll see how it goes. But I appreciate everyone being here and taking the time to spend a few hours with us because we're usually live for more than an hour or so. I want I want to start local. I'm from Michigan, so I'm like mid-Michigan area. So I'd like to start local unless something like huge happens that needs more coverage, but a lot of stuff in Michigan kind of just gets pushed to the side, at least from my standpoint it does. in my perspective, especially around where I live, because it happens so often. So I'd like to stay local to Michigan at first, keep it, a little simple because it's new for me. And then see how that works and maybe branch out from there. Hi, KPC. Welcome to the box. Oh, she went offline. She was in the box and then she was out of the box. Okay. I didn't know if you had something you wanted to say. Another thing I'd like to reiterate is gifts are never expected, but they are appreciated. Do not feel like you have to send me anything or anything like that. You'll never have to pay or send any gifts to get into the box. The most I may ask you to do is share if something big's happening and we want a lot of eyes on it. But I'll never ask for likes or follows or gifts or anything like that. I'm in like the what is it, Tri-City area. I'm around Saginaw area. I don't want to like put too much information out because I do have a baby, so the weirdos online. But I'm around Saginaw. That's like a good like point for people to figure out. Hi Celeste, welcome back, honey. Yes, so if this does get taken to federal court, then I will and it's taken to federal court by us, then I will be there. Me and Mouthy and our people will be out there. I am 2 minutes from Cedar Creek Cafe and 30 seconds from the school. Let me know if you need coverage on. Yep, they also have
Merch. What
yeah.
you need to do is anybody that has donated, I don't care if it's monetary, if it's time, if it's phone calls, you need to start putting that in your notebook. And anybody that's willing to be boots on the ground for you and check things out, you need to get their contact information, write that down in your book. Because we just got this thrown in our lap. We kind of weren't organized. But I mean, if you're going to do this more often, you need to be a little bit more organized with it too, so you know who you can turn to if something's in that area. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. We also have a federal court down by us too, Cheryl. Right in our town, so not a federal jail, just federal court. Thank God nothing nastier than stopping a sentence about missing person. Ask her corgis. Yeah, no. I will not be asking for any corgis or anything like that. So if you send something, I will say thank you, but I am not going to ask or demand or anything. No, they are not live streaming the courthouse. No, that's why we are live, and the people that I have inside will be giving us information. And the people that give information and help with boots on the ground and everything, as long as they're okay with their names being put out there, I will give them credit. I'm not going to sit here and say we did this all by ourselves, because there's no way we could do this by ourselves. So I do want to make that known that if you help and you say you're okay with your name being out there, you will get a shout out. You'll get a, hey, they're amazing. They're the best people ever. Da 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 da.
Merch.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know your dad is silent. He don't say anything about anything. He don't go on about our shenanigans or anything, but he just said something perfectly. And I told him I want him to say that. So I'm gonna let him say something real quick.
Oh
Go
boy.
ahead.
Okay, I can understand the people that use TikTok as your income. Fine, cool, do what you gotta do. But if your main thing is dealing with missing people, don't stop in the middle of that and then, oh hey, we got a battle, or oh hey, send me gifts.
Oh,
If you're
absolutely
here
not.
for
That
missing,
makes
if
me
you're here for
disgusted.
missing people, you're here to help other people, not make an income. Use your channel for missing people and make an income, fine, but pick your times.
He's talking about the other creators that he has seen and heard about.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know
be
who
in the
he's
middle of
talking
talking
about.
about, oh, hey, we're so concerned about this missing person. Oh, wait, let's go do a battle.
Cash
Yes.
cows,
Oh,
cash grabs.
we know who that's. We know who that is. We know.
You want to get in my box so we can discuss this stuff? You got to pay me cash. No, don't
Yes.
do
No.
that. That
Yes.
defeats the whole purpose.
And
And you know your dad don't really speak on any kind of social media about any social media. He thinks it's all
no.
whatever. But
Yeah.
I thought that would be good. He said it perfect.
Yes. Real quick, let me update Ryan. Ryan, for this morning, it was Kimmy and Rich that were supposed to have like their what do we call it? Discovery of evidence, where they're like, hey, we have enough evidence to charge them, blah, blah, blah. That got postponed until Tuesday the 9th because they had not met with their lawyers yet, so they have to have time to meet with their lawyers. Right now, we're waiting for updates on Courtney and Brad. They should be in court now, if not very soon. Yes, they're preliminary. Thank you, Celeste. Yes, I don't know why that filtered prelim. That was weird. Today will be Courtney and Brad's arraignment where they are officially charged. Yes, evidence hearing. Thank you, guys. Sent me a message. Okay, I will look. Let me go grab my phone because I'm on my iPad. Give me 1 second.
All right, just so y'all know, I have to run inside real quick, so I'm leaving you guys here with him. Good luck.
Oh boy. He muted. Good. Let me check my messages real quick because I got a few of them.
You act like I don't know how to operate any of this technology, and I'm not the one that taught you.
Well, it ought to be interesting to see what they're going to be charged with. Yes, what they are charged with will be very telling in what the police know and what happened. Okay, awesome. Thank you, KPC. I appreciate that so much. Once they're charged, we should be okay. Hang on, let me look. Someone said you are awesome, Dad. Yes, he's pretty funny. He's pretty great. Unless they give them small charges to hold them, they can always add charges. Once they're charged, we should be able to look up on the Vine to see what they're charged with. I can't see, like right now, Richard and Kimmy were charged, and I cannot see their charges online. So I don't know if that's a user error or a Vine error. Yeah, it just tells me that they're in custody, where they're in custody at, and what their next dates are. That's all it tells me.
If they've been charged, Vine will show by end of day or within the next day or two. It
Okay.
all depends on how fast they update it.
I would say because they've been charged, like Richard and Kimberly, they had their arraignment on the 26th, so they were officially charged with that. But it doesn't say, the only thing I see is court events, and it just says event November 26th, arraignment. Their next event was today at 10:30. Event type, probable cause hearing. And then the next event is on the 9th that says preliminary hearing. They have to be formally charged with charges, then it's public knowledge. So maybe after their prelim, then it'll be put on, or the probable cause hearing, maybe after one of those. I'm not sure. So I'm actually going to text our peeps and see what if they're in court yet. Vine is the date, is um the website.
Vine link. Vine link.
Yeah, but we can't say the whole website on here, Dad.
No, that's not the whole website.
Okay.
But if you just say Vine, they're gonna pull up the precursor of TikTok.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. It doesn't show me that on Vine. Okay, so they might just be like they might just be like so overwhelmed because so many people are checking it right now. So that might be why you're not being able to see it. Ryan, after the preliminary, then we'll be able to find the charges. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay, Energizer, let me get you in the box. Anybody that's in the box, I ask that you be respectful. Try to use TikTok language as much as possible.
Hello, how's everyone doing today?
Hello, good, how are you?
Hi, I don't know if anyone has seen me in some of the other lives with like Jackson stuff. Um, keep refreshing it. People are waiting. We did see Brad's picture is uploaded now.
Okay,
We're waiting on confirmation, but from it's someone on K-Snap's team apparently got a message. It's still alleged, but allegedly Brad has 9 charges.
okay. Yeah, we were told
Which
that they might be amending them, but it was not said in court what they would be amended to, just that there was the possibility of amendments. So, that makes sense. Oh, he went offline. I don't know if he meant to do that. You have to click to find offender in my
We're
screen.
talking about Brad, not Rich.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm talking about too. Is Brad? They had stated during his first court hearing that during his arraignment that they would be adding more charges. They just never said what the more charges would be. I'm assuming that it'll all have to do with what they found at the house the other day because they took a lot of evidence out.
What county is that?
Wexford County.
Because there's a bunch of counties that are offline.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just so overwhelmed that it got shut down. It's updating live on North Live. Okay, awesome. Yeah, because I can't see. I just refreshed. I can't see. Maybe I don't. Maybe I need an account to be able to see the mugshot. Will you bring me up in the box? I'm very friendly. I can get some insight. Okay, yeah, sure. Like I said, just be respectful. Use TikTok friendly words because we don't want to get
I'm
the
very friendly. Hi, my name's Ryan. I've been watching this case from the beginning. But I normally don't jump in boxes, but I like to give a little insight. I'm a former detective with the Vermont State Police. I was 12 years. So,
Okay.
crime community I've been part of. But yeah, they have to go to the preliminary hearing, and then when they bring all these formal charges, like they're building a case, obviously, we know that. They took a lot of evidence out of that house, and they want to cross the T's and dot their I's because they want the strongest case to build against them. And obviously, we know people talked on social media and all that stuff, and she kind of implicated herself in a lot of stuff, which that's a dumb criminal as I call it. There's smart criminals and then there's dumb criminals.
They're like
And
the dumb of the dumb, honestly.
yeah, and well, when you're on that type of stuff, substance, um, you don't make good choices. And I'm here. We're her army. We're her voice. And I pray they find the baby and stuff. But the whole thing, starting from the beginning, the police department didn't do their job, unfortunately. And there's a lot of crooked. When you see something, say something. And when I put on that badge every day and I did my job, I went out there and did my job 100%. And if I saw crooked cops, I would call them out and they would be prosecuted at the end of the day because I'm not backing any. I didn't back anybody that didn't do their job. I called it out
Right.
because that's the type of person I was. Um,
Unfortunately, with it being such a tiny town, a lot of people are thinking the mindset was, oh, it's another rug user off the street. You know, they were told she left on her own will, and they were like, okay, good enough for us. So that's why we did the protest. That's why we got as many eyes out there as possible, put the heat on the
and I,
family
I just
so that
thank you
people
for
didn't
what
ignore
you
it.
guys did, because if it wasn't for you, um, we wouldn't have all these people behind bars. And we pray for justice for her and her baby. Because at the end of the day, thank you for protesters that do good. Because, Emmanuel, they still haven't found him. And I live in Minnesota, but I flew out to California and helped with the search and protesting because I believe in this stuff.
Yes, and a lot
And
of people thought that it was a bad idea at first. They're like, "Well, what's that going to accomplish?" Blah blah blah. Well, that's what this is what it
a lot.
accomplished. We
Much
found
fire.
something.
And, yeah.
Yes. So hopefully the next step is finding out what happened to the baby. I'm hoping that that's what Brad was doing the night that they were arrested when he came back with the police. I'm hoping that
Yep.
he had some sort of moment of clarity, moment of consciousness, moment of, oh, I better make a deal so that way I don't get blamed for everything. Whatever it was, whether it was selfishness or a conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there is such thing as plea deals, and obviously, if he didn't do a lot, but he was still implicated in it, maybe he didn't do the smurder part of it. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but he must have had a moment of clarity, and that's how you get plea deals and stuff.
exactly.
Uh,
And hey, if that's how he gets a play deal, I'm all for it. As long as we know where. Uh oh, hang on one second. I just got a text message. I asked if court was started yet, and they said yes, bad. So I don't know what that means. Hopefully, it means bad for them, and it's not bad for Rebecca.
but bad for all of them. I
Yes,
believe in my heart of hearts and former law enforcement, and I know how to dig into stuff, and I know, how my brain operates and how I think about cases and stuff. Is that I believe they all had a part in it at the end of the day.
I 100% agree. I don't believe there is a single innocent one in the lot of
Now,
them.
to which degree we don't know, but we're gonna find out. So now I do different type of work. Now I help. I own sober living houses, and I help homeless people out and people in recovery.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for what you
I
do.
love it. Well, I've been doing that for 15 years now.
Honestly, and work like that will help prevent another Becca situation, in my opinion.
Yeah. So
So,
yeah, I work with Volunteers of America, and I put tiny homes in communities to take the homeless off the streets and help, struggling moms and just general people, and get them, case managers, and get them help,
that's
send
awesome.
the detox, things like that, and put them in sober living houses, and then
Hey, merch.
Yeah.
Sorry, you gotta get rid of that. I already seen them in Chef's Live. They proved to be phony.
Can you text me real quick?
so it's great to be able to help people, and thank you for what you're doing.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Um,
Thank you.
I am gonna clear other than Mouthy and Bree, because I'm waiting for a crazy text message. Um, I don't know if you heard Mouthy. Um, but I asked our people in the courtroom if court had started yet, and they said yes, bad. So I'm waiting for a message. So it's either gonna be bad for them and they're getting everything that they deserve, or it's gonna be bad for us and they're getting off. So everyone just
I'm
cross
going to
their
go ahead
fingers.
and say it's bad for them.
Well, everyone just cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your whatever you got to cross, and just say
Hey,
a
I
little
have
prayer
to
for
tell you
Becca.
something. I have to tell you something real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
So I had to go and get crickets and mice for Brother Snake, right?
Uh-huh.
You know how I always mess with them when I go in there? It was a new lady working, and she goes to ring me up, and I said, my husband is so picky. He wants something new for dinner. Do you know how long I cook these for? She goes, for who are you cooking them for? I said, my
Oh,
husband,
Jesus.
he's picky. He wants something new for dinner. She grabs them off the counter. She's like, I can't sell you them for that. There's no way. You can't feed them to humans.
Okay, let me read these. Let me read these. Hell no, they're not getting off. We don't know what the bad means, so that's why I'm waiting. I just want to thank you for your live. I have been in others, and they are just not nice people. Well, thank you. We try to be kind and courteous to everybody. If you're genuine with us, we'll be genuine with you. I'm just trying to go through these comments really fast so nobody misses anything. Cell phones are allowed in the court there. Yes. It's a tiny little town. They're allowed to have their cell phones. They're not allowed to record or take pictures of anything or not anything like that. Did I miss something? I was doing animal chores. Lindy, I had texted our people in the courtroom and I asked them if court had started yet and they said yes, bad. And that was it. So I'm waiting for something to hit my phone ASAP as soon as they are able to. Hopefully it is not a gag order. If it's a gag order, it'll be for the people involved in the case, not us. It'll be Courtney cannot talk about it, Brad cannot talk about it, anything like that. It's public knowledge. We are able to, as a public, we're able to talk about it, but they're not allowed to talk about it. The people involved aren't. I pray they get charged to the fullest extent of law. Me too. Mouthy false stuff said. Cheryl, can you message me and let me know? Mouthy doesn't understand how to do her messages. She has to have me go over there or someone else to look at them because she doesn't quite understand how to accept messages and stuff like that. So, yeah, so I'm just waiting for text messages. Wow, no one is allowed cell phones in court in Missouri. Down by where we are, we're also in Michigan, but down by where we are, you're not allowed to bring your phones in either. So it might just be because it's a tiny little town. They usually don't deal with things like this. I think Lindy had said this is like the third biggest thing that they've dealt with, if not the biggest thing that they've ever dealt with, publicity wise.
Hey, what was false said? Is there someone saying false stuff in here? I definitely want to know.
I know. I told her to message me so that way she could just not have to worry about a caps or a limit on what she could type. And then I'll just
Oh, okay.
say it.
Okay. Or just put her in the box. Whichever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to mute again. I'm on my Lamborghini.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, Cheryl, we are aware. That's what Mouthy was telling me. So, yep, that we cleared the boxes. Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you, girl. We're on it.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. If you see something in my live that's not quite right, or you see something that's not genuine, you're welcome to call it out in a respectful way, right in the live, or directly message me about it if you don't want to get involved. 100%. Yeah, Lindy just confirmed
I
it.
honestly was wondering.
Yeah. I'm gonna let one more person up in the box.
I can't leave you guys in here unattended for 2 seconds. My
Ashton,
Lance,
we
I'm just
have,
joking.
hang on. Ashton, we have no information
Delete
yet,
it.
but we are
Hey,
waiting.
sorry to jump in like this, but it was too long to text. Somebody said on a different live on 9 and 10 News, if you go in the comments, they have a reporter that's in there right now, and they just listed all of Brad's charges, and there's like 9 of them, and they're horrible.
Okay, give me 1 second.
So if somebody can pull up their Facebook, it's like their most recent post, and I guess it's in the comments. I haven't seen it yet because I wanted to try and jump up here quick to be able to tell you guys that, but it's like I'll let you undig it and read the charges off, but they're really bad.
Okay, I got him. I'm gonna mute you, or if you want to drop down, just because I can.
Yeah. I'll mute
myself.
Yep. Sorry.
Update as of 6 minutes ago. Brad Lee Bartholomew has been charged with 1 count of schmurder, 1 count of conspiracy to commit schmurder, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of assault on a pregnant individual, 1 count of conspiracy to assault a pregnant individual, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, 1 count of removing an unalived body with unalived bodies without consent, and was also charged as a habitual offender. Bond has been denied. That's posted from the news.
Who was that was just up here and told you that? She needs a round of applause
She's
from
still in here.
everybody.
Yes, thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're waiting.
So that is a little bit of a lead to what's going to happen to the other ones.
Well, the fact that they clarified not body, bodies, plural. Hang on, I will put the charges up on the screen. Give me just 1 second to make it so that way it'll fit. And to get it over and cross out.
Also goes to show everybody else is going to be charged. It also probably proves why the police, law enforcement, took Brad back out there.
Yeah.
And I'm praying that they found the baby, because that's the only way they could really charge him with that on the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They would have had to label it different if they didn't find the baby.
Yes, unless it was a typo, which I highly doubt.
Saying?
Yep.
They would have had to label it different if they didn't find
it was a typo, which I highly doubt. Yes. Okay, I'm going to put them up on the screen. Hang on. So that way everyone can see what we're seeing. Okay, I'm going to put them up on the screen. Hang on. Okay. Update. Bradley Bartholomew has been charged with 1 count of schmurder. Bradley Bartholomew has been charged with 1 count of schmurder, 1 count of conspiracy to commit schmurder, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of assault on a pregnant individual, 1 count of conspiracy to, which means more than 1 person, I believe, of conspiracy to assault a pregnant individual, 1 count of 1 person, I believe, of conspiracy to assault a pregnant individual, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, 1 count of removing unalived bodies, you guys can see it's bodies, without consent, and was also charged as a habitual offender. No bond. His bond has been denied. Yes, conspired, I believe, means premeditated. And means, oh, Missy wants in. Missy, you're...
They planned it.
Yeah, that, I believe that means it was all planned out, and there are more than one. So that's very telling.
Courtney's are up there now also.
Okay, let me go get those. Thank you.
Holy shit.
Let me get them. Thank you so much for the info, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm shaking, you guys. I'm shaking.
Okay, Courtney. Hang on. I just have to cross out people's government names. I don't want to put anybody's names that don't need to be out there. Oh my God. That one's bad too. Okay. Hang on. They'll be up in just 1 second, guys.
Breathe.
Okay. That one's bad too. Okay. They'll be up in just 1 second, guys.
Breathe.
They're going away, guys. They're going away for a
They're
very,
going away
very,
forever.
very long time. Here's Courtney's. Courtney Bartholomew has been charged with 1 count of premeditated schmurder, 1 count of felony schmurder, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of assault on a pregnant individual causing a miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of conspiracy to intentionally assault an individual causing miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, and 1 count of removal of unalived bodies without consent. Bond has been denied. I know people want in the box right now, but I just need a minute for everyone to just process without 100 people in the box. Not to like silence you guys, you're welcome to continue talking, but oh my God. And yeah, Crosser just texted me, I'll call you soon. 8 counts of schmurder. Wow. So I'm going to assume and put context clue together that Brad was showing them where the baby was that night.
Yeah.
And that would be why he has different charges.
That's why she's got the premeditated, you're right.
Yep.
And that's as good as a deal as he's probably going to get.
Yes. Oh my God, I feel sick to my stomach.
Premeditated is it was planned.
Yes, that means it was planned. That's why he got conspiracy and she got premeditated. That's how I'm going to assume.
And I can bet you your bottom dollar there's more charges being brought on more people, and more people are going to pack up and try to leave.
100%. If they haven't been arrested already, they're probably going to try to hightail it out of there. If they were smart, they would hightail it out of there. But they're not, because they're stupid.
Absolutely disgusting. I could not do that to my daughter, let alone family,
let alone another human being.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. Sad.
It's going to be super interesting to see what all comes out now that these are, because I think you guys have already said multiple times before, I don't think they're quite smart enough that they're going to just all try and get the best deal that they can. And I think clearly there's no loyalty in this family. And I think they're all going to start talking and turning and just spilling everything to try and save whatever they can if there's more charges coming. And it's
100%.
So telling, because what they might have found in phones, everything, all these private conversations, especially the fact that you see conspiracy in there, they clearly have some sort of evidence that this was pre-planned, whether that's
pre-planned,
phone calls,
not only pre-planned, but multiple people involved.
100% a ring. And so I think, it's going to be really interesting now to see, and probably is telling of why we saw a delay this morning, because these charges that came out is now going to change the charges or add to the charges of Kimmy and Rich. And it's going to be a wild story. My husband, who doesn't follow this at all, we were sitting on the couch last night and he hears it in the background and he's just like, this is going to be an insane story when this all comes out. Like, it's wild, but that's all.
And do you see they're charging, like we said, we know his are a little different, but her the assault on a pregnant individual carries also the caveat of causing the demise of it, where his doesn't. So it's definitely all gonna fall down on her, as it should.
Well, right, and that supports the theory that multiple people have been saying, the speculation theory of that Courtney wanted this baby, you know, and she was going to do whatever she could to make that happen. So it's just really interesting now to see that come to light as far as the whole conspiracy or conspire and, you know, plan, premeditation of it all.
So, people at the court are losing their shit, to put it plainly. Wow. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 charges. 8 charges. Thank you for letting me know that information. Have as good as a day as you came back at work. Thank you for the information that they were posting those. 8 charges Courtney got. And they're disgusting. They're despicable. I will never, ever understand how somebody could do that to another human being, let alone their own daughter. You have to scroll down to where they were live. It's a live video of a youngish looking guy standing outside the courthouse. And it's under there. They posted it in the comments. I'm speechless. We knew that the charges were going to be bad, but I was at least giving them the benefit of the doubt that it wasn't premeditated, that this wasn't like some giant conspiracy to take Becca's baby, and that it was just something that just happened. Not only that, but that means that they took that baby for no reason, because the baby did not survive any of it.
But
In their
hold
mind,
on, because they did state in there, I remember how you worded it, but held captive.
yeah,
I am curious to see
and torture.
how long. I'm curious to see how long she
was there.
was unalived for.
Yeah. Yes. A creator got into trouble. Hang on. I see you, Celeste. Let me let you in here. I'm sorry, honey. I would also be curious because not only does it say torture, but did she get unlawful imprisonment? Yep. So, user, we just got the charges for Courtney and Brad. Courtney is charged with 1 count of premeditated schmurder, 1 count of felony schmurder, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of assault on a pregnant individual causing a miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of conspiracy to intentionally assault an individual causing miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, and 1 count of removal of unalived bodies, plural, without consent. And her bond has been denied. I will throw up Brad's one more time. Courtney got charged with 8 things. Disgusting. Disgusting. Brad was charged with 1 count of murder, 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of assault on a pregnant individual, 1 count of conspiracy to assault a pregnant individual, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, 1 count of removal of unalived bodies without consent, and he's also a habitual offender. He has 9 charges total. I believe this is telling us that the baby is gone. That's what I'm assuming the plural bodies mean, and also the miscarriage or stillbirth. Yes.
And another thing, like, I'm absolutely horrified. My voice is shaking. I just can't even believe it. But what really gets me is Rebecca's last recording. She knew with the lasagna, you can hear it in her voice that she knew something was up, and she said it in her own words, uncontrollable pushing.
I believe that they put something in there to make her start her contractions, castor oil, something.
That's what I believe. And she believed it. Yeah. She said it. Something wasn't right. Uncontrollable pushing.
Yep. I agree. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to be very curious to see what they charge Rich with, and if they add any more to Kimmy, and who else is arrested. Because more people for sure need to be arrested. It wasn't just them 4. More were involved.
I don't see how anybody can be involved in that, like, at all. Like, I want to know who the actual person was that is sick enough to cut. That's all I'm going to say.
I believe.
I mean, like, if I was in somebody's living room and they started doing that, I would go straight to the fucking police, you know?
I believe it was
Sorry.
Brad.
Yeah. I didn't mean to cuss. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, honey. I have a message. I'm going to mute real quick. I will come back.
Okay.
I just got word. That a certain creator, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I know that it'll be out there, and I want to urge you guys not to give her the attention that she's going to be looking for with this. But a creator was yelled at by the judge in front of everybody for recording in the courtroom. So I'm asking the 109 people I have in here. So 9 people I have in here to please not give her. It was not a news station. It was a TikTok creator.
So it wasn't Tennessee, or you would have done said her name.
No, it's not.
I know who it is.
Yes. So I would like everybody to avoid giving her. I know that it's going to be tempting to want to hear exactly what was said. But I'm asking everybody to not give her that attention. If you're local and you've been in this from the beginning, you'll know who I'm talking about. What content creator is close enough and disrespectful enough to do that? If you don't know and you want to know, I do not know if she's alive right now. I just got a message that she was yelled at in the courtroom because she was recording. She was video recording, and she does not have permission in order to.
Let me guess, it was one that got their press pass too, wasn't it?
Actually, I don't think she did. I know she's one
Okay,
that asked.
it was one that said
I'll
that
put it
she got
this way.
approved.
I'll put it this way. It was not Jax, and it was not Piper. So
I'm just gonna say it. It was Allie.
it was Allie. I didn't want to give her the attention, but yes. Yes.
She don't get no attention anyhow. Everybody knows that she's out there to be a cash cow.
Yes.
And no, I was not told. It was just my guess because I know the type of person she is, so I guessed it.
Yes. It was Allie.
The same one that said she's been there since day one, and she wasn't. She showed up after all the protesters left the first night. She showed up. And then the next day she didn't, and left a mess. And then the next day she didn't come back out until well over halfway through and took all the donations and kept them in her vehicle. So yeah, I'll call her out. I don't care. She's dirty.
Yep. And she thought she was doing something by calling.
Well over halfway through vehicle. So yeah, I'll call her out. I don't care. She's dirty.
Yep. And she thought she was doing something by calling you out on her TikTok. If you guys do happen to go there, you'll see she tried calling Mouthy out, and you'll see Mouthy was nothing but nice to her. Word is cops are back.
No, what she did is she tried to say that that I liked her before, and I told her thank you, and I wrote back, yes, I absolutely did. That was on a Saturday. That was before I found out what kind of dirty person you were. So then she blocked me.
And Jessica, if she has every receipt, then that's great, and I hope she did show them. But many people at the protest on Monday saw that she had $300 sitting in her Cash App from donations. There's no way she spent $300 on pizza and blowhorns.
And the water that she had that she kept in her vehicle was from the protest the night before, and none of us grabbed it, so she grabbed it and kept it in her vehicle.
Yes. Okay, well, let me go back to these. Word is, Monica said she got hers. I heard. Monica, if she had gotten her press pass, she would not have been yelled at by the judge. So I don't know if she'd actually said that or not, but I will say that if you got your press pass, you're not going to be yelled at by the judge.
I'm the one to say. I'm the one that's calling her out. You don't like me? Go ahead, address me. Don't address the chat. Don't address Miss Merch. I'm the one. You don't like me? Go ahead, address me. Don't address the chat. Don't address Miss Merch. I'm the one that threw her name out there. I'm the one that's calling her out. Anything else you'd like to address? I have no problem standing on my own 2 feet with my own money and addressing it. So is that what? Don't address the chat. Don't address Miss. I'm the one that's calling her out. Anything else you'd like to feet with my own money and addressing it. So is that what we need to do here? I don't want you to feel like you're not getting the attention that you're craving right now for another creator, Jessica Holloway. So Jessica Holloway, before I mute again, somebody get my attention if Jessica wants to discuss this in more depth.
She's gone. Christy, no, if she had her press pass, she wouldn't have been yelled at by the judge to put her phone away and to stop recording.
Or if she knew the proper way to use that press pass, she wouldn't have been hollered at the judge.
Yes. Let me start addressing some of these. Hang on. We are talking about the Rebecca Parks case, Channy. Rebecca Parks is a 22-year-old woman. She went missing. She was missing for over 20 days. She was due to give... We are talking about the Rebecca Parks case. She's a 22-year-old woman. She went missing. She was missing for over 20 days. She was due to give birth to her baby on the 18th, and we just found out that is not what happened. She was found without her baby, and her womb donor, her egg donor, and her egg donor's husband were just charged without her baby, and her egg donor, and her egg donor's husband were just charged in the murder of her and her baby.
Right there on your screen. They can go ahead and read it.
Yes. I can also, once I'm going to give everyone a chance to read Bradley's, I will put up Courtney's in a minute. Let's see. Did they find the baby? We don't
I'm
know
on the way to the house, just to let you know, so I'm going to mute until we get home.
Okay. Jay, we don't know what they found regarding the baby. But we do know that it does say the removal of unalived bodies. So, and then it also says assault on a pregnant individual. And Courtney says assault on a pregnant individual to cause miscarriage or stillbirth. So we're just trying to connect the dots as much as we can.
They're disgusting individuals. Can't even call them human beings at this point.
Mouthy, can you message Lisa and check on Abby? KPC is worried about her. I believe that we should also check on her.
Okay. Do what now? Sorry.
Text Lisa to check on Abby. Because
Was Abby in here?
Abby was not in here when we got the news.
I just don't want to bother them if they're having their moment.
I know. Just text in, are you guys okay? Yes, Alyssa. One is for the baby and one is for Rebecca. Okay, Bree, we will see you a little later. Courtney will end up going into the elderly person / medical ward because she has one leg. But she won't do very well there either.
Hold on. We have an expert in here. Not only is she a nurse, but she also worked in the prison and in the jails. Bring Corey up. Bring Corey up. She can answer them questions.
Oh, she said not true.
Corey, request a box.
I can put her in. I don't think she knows what to do. Dog, we were asked to wait, until the family does one, so that way they can have their time. Mouthy and I are planning with the protesters to do one in the springtime, after everything is hopefully said and done. And then as the protesters and everybody, we go, and like do lunch or something without any social media, just taking time to, sit with our thoughts. KPC said, Abby sent me a link for one for
I'm
Saturday.
not trying to be rude, but there seems to be a lot of people that seem to know what goes on in the prison and the jail, but have you actually worked in one? Because the things that are being said are not true. I had a gentleman that lost both of his legs and was in general population. However, if you are a sex offender, child molester,
Wait, stop. Mom.
then you are in a special ward.
Okay. Not to yell at you,
What
but
are your certain
we gotta use TikTok safe words. So
I'm sorry. I don't use TikTok.
No, that's okay. So we say SO or a PDF. And for the M word, we say schmurder. For substances, we say rugs.
Well, those type of people, all I'm gonna say is they get put in a unit by themselves for the reason we all know. But just because she has one leg, that does not mean she won't be in general population.
Well, honestly,
Right.
I hope she is.
I'm paralyzed from the waist down and in a wheelchair, and I've been sober for 7 years, by the grace of God. But when I wasn't, they put me in Gen Pop when I got in trouble.
Is that for jail and prison, or is that just for prison or jail?
Both.
Okay.
I worked in both.
Because with these
And
charges, they're not going to just jail; they're going to prison.
yeah, but they'll sit in jail for a long time until until they get found guilty or not guilty.
Okay.
Right. It did me good though, you know, I was out of control and it did me good. I'm
Right.
one of the people that only got in trouble once. I got in trouble big and I was like, yep, that's not my life.
Well, I'll just say this: if she goes to Gen Pop, if any of them are in Gen Pop, which Brad and Rich will not be in Gen Pop because they are SOs, I hope to God that they get the karma that's coming to them. Hypothetically, allegedly.
To
Oh,
be honest
it's
with you, they'll
very,
be lucky
very
to be
dirty.
luck
They will
to be
not.
honest, they'll be lucky to even make it to the big house.
Right. They'll get them cut off. We call it get them cut off in county.
Mm-hmm.
I had I had an inmate that was due to get out in 6 months, and they put a rapist in with him.
Well,
And
Scrapist.
oh
Yep.
shoot, sorry, rapist. God dang it.
you're gonna get me banana, guys.
Anyways, he got his face stomped in until he was no longer with us. And so I feel like it was intentionally, but you never know.
So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. If they never see the daylight to go to trial, in my eyes, that seems like justice. But so that's my feelings, and I've made that well aware. I do not think they should ever see the light of day ever again. I believe they shouldn't be in the jail. They should be under the jail.
But that just makes me go back to thinking, what in the world did the 14, what did he see? That's horrible.
Yes.
If he was not involved, they need to seek some major counseling for him.
Yes.
I would like to think that they might have been smart enough to, make the kid go outside or whatever, but the way these charges are, it was imprisonment. So they couldn't just tell the kid, go ride trails for a few hours. I don't know. I'm guessing now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stick
No,
to
you're
facts.
okay. Cheryl, who cut out what wall? What is that? I've heard you mention that before. I don't know what that means. Cops cut a wall out of the house, the trailer? Hmm?
Okay, yes, they are all good. You asked me to check on people. They're all good. They're just very upset. And that's all I can say right now on here.
Understandably,
Thank you.
yes. KPC, that was about who you were referring to. They are all good, just dealing. We don't know much about the baby. We know what the charges were. The mother's charges are currently up on the screen. And that's very telling of what happened.
One thing that does make me feel a little better about our police department, Wexford County, about keeping their mouths shut. Maybe they kept their mouths shut because they already knew from the autopsy. Because if that baby had been alive and then they did not put out an Amber Alert, shame on them.
Well, so here's the thing, though. I know they can charge somebody with murder if there's not a body.
Yes.
Correct.
But it's very rare that they will do that. They will do everything they can do to try to find that to charge them with it. So charging them with 2 murders this quick, that says a lot right there.
I am very... So I would have to do my research, so don't take my word on this. But I do believe that the reason that they weren't charged, because they were only charged with 1 count of murder each. So and again,
2 counts.
no, 1 count of murder, 1 count of felony schmurder, and 1 count of assault on a pregnant individual causing a miscarriage or stillbirth. So, and again, this is just my opinion, and I could be wrong, and I'll have to look it up to see what the difference is. But I believe that the reason that they're not being charged with 2 schmurders and just a schmurder and stillbirth is because the baby was gone before it took its first breath.
It
That
is.
they would have had to do an autopsy to figure that out. They
Yeah.
can't just say that.
Yeah, but it's very easy to tell on babies if they've, because you got like when you're born you have like a film.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But that would also go back to then they must have found baby.
That's what I'm saying.
They did.
And KPC just said if what Kimmy said is true, that tracks. And then Cassie said also it would be labeled
Who
as...
said they did? Somebody just said they did. Who said
Bree
they
did.
did?
I did.
How do
Okay.
did you see
Yeah.
something?
Another creator is on live that was in the courtroom and just said it.
Well, Bree, message me the creator and I'll tell you if there's anything into that or not.
I believe that that's what they were taking, what Brad was doing that night. Yes, I believe that is exactly why they did that.
Okay. Yes. If she's the one that said it, it's the one that found Becca.
Okay. Yes. I know.
I'm going to have to believe her. Yep.
Yes.
I was just scrolling through and she was on there and she was talking about it and I clicked on it and she spit it out right after I clicked on it.
Hang on, I'm listening.
I have no reason not to believe her. What she's seen and witnessed was horrific, and I don't see her making a horrific statement like that if it wasn't true. So I believe her. Too.
People are asking if they've released evidence. They're not going to. Not until at least probable cause. You PM'd me? Okay. I'm looking.
Well, this is one baby that Becca will have forever and nobody's going to take from her.
Yes.
Right.
We don't know what is happening with anybody else, just the people that were charged. You are more than welcome to stay, Felicia. If the baby died in utero, they are vicious to remove the baby from the mom. Yes, I agree. Or the baby unfortunately just never made it out.
Honestly, they
Yes, they did,
charged
Bethany.
them with torture. They charged them with torture
Yes.
and captivity or whatever. So that could have caused a lot of complications.
I think that the torture would be them actually committing the unprofessional C-section.
We don't even know though, and
I don't know, but
I don't even want to know.
That would be my assumption.
But I will say this: if there was never no protest, we wouldn't be where we're at right now.
No, we wouldn't. No. They say there's a press conference. Okay, let me look and see if there's a press conference. Who is they, Monica? So that way I know. Is it 9 and 10 or up north? They did find the baby, Stacy. It was not good news. Thank you. I'm behind.
Thanks, Missy. But you know what? You wouldn't have heard me if it wasn't for everybody else out there with us. It took us all.
Yes.
A protest ain't a protest unless you got many people out there. I mean, don't get me wrong. Me and Merch would have stood out there all day by ourselves if we had to. But with everybody showing up to back us up, that was the voice.
We don't know anything about where the baby was found, how the baby was found, or anything like that. We just know from the charges and what was said in court.
At this point, I wouldn't answer any baby questions. Let who was at court come in and answer them.
Well, the people that were at court for us, they're in no shape or form to be able to get up here right now.
Totally understand.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Oh, hang on one second. Let me accept the people that we need. Oh, she's connecting. Okay. You're welcome, Stacy.
I might have to drop Celeste just for a minute.
Yeah, I think it's putting too much. I think it's too much on the connection just because TikTok is blowing up right now. Go ahead, honey.
Yeah, so I don't know if any of you guys are a part of the.
Oh, she cut out. She must be getting a phone call or something.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. We didn't hear what you said at first.
I don't know if you guys are part of the Facebook page, the Justice for Rebecca one, but somebody, and I'm trying to figure out where they got this screenshot from, but somebody just posted a screenshot from an article that would have been word from the prosecuting attorney, and it's like not good.
I'm seeing that. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes.
It like describes what happened. And they only took a partial screenshot, and I commented and I said, where is this from? But it's basically a quote from the Wexford County prosecuting Joanna Carey while arguing for no bond.
Yes. Barb, no, Michigan does not have the unalive penalty. It says Courtney Bartholomew, 40, was also charged with murder among other counts. Quote, this is a case of premeditated torture and murder, said Wexford County prosecutor Joanna Carey. Thank you so much for the information, by the way. While arguing for no bond at the arraignment, these two individuals created a plan, conducted research. Mr. Bartholomew brought Rebecca to their home, forced her into another vehicle, and took her into the woods where they, I'm trying to use TikTok words, poked her and forced her to lie on the ground while they removed her baby, ultimately causing her unaliving and the unaliving of the baby. This is frankly evil personified, she said. Crossroads is wanting to come in here. I'm going to let her in. Everybody mute if she wants to talk. I know she's very upset.
I'm going to put you guys on pause for a minute.
You're going to stay muted for a second?
Yes.
Okay. Did you hear what I said, Mom?
Yeah, I had to walk away from your dad because he's tripping the F out.
Yes. They are. So they didn't even have the decency to do it somewhere sheltered. They took her out in the woods like an animal.
So there is reports, and somebody went into a live and said they heard screaming, blood-curdling screams.
The night she went missing.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just super curious where this
I would like to read the full article.
came from. Yes. I know, because it's like where it had to have been somebody that was in there, because if they have quote from the prosecutor.
Your dad said shame on Wexford County Police Department, because if something like that happened, especially while they were alive, there would have been a heavy amount of fluids.
I'm going to be honest. If it wasn't for the fact of the rug abuse history surrounding this, it would have been way different. They would have taken this a whole different way.
This is nuts. This is crazy.
They did this. That's where they got the torture. They did this while she was all alive, and that just breaks my heart even more.
And I
fear in her.
fully believe that they had put something into whatever she was eating, and this was their plan, and it just didn't work for her to be quiet.
Well, now I'm wondering if it's going to come out that it's Brad's baby.
I don't know. Absolutely disgusting and vile. Michigan Rock Girl, I do believe that they did call the authorities, and that's why people know about that, and it got brushed off. As
authorities said it could have been a bobcat or a coyote.
Yes.
And they did not investigate it.
Yes. Yes, that is what was said.
Mousy bitch.
Yes, honey.
I gave her your phone number. The family member that has the 14-year-old.
Absolutely. Okay.
So she should be contacting you about the snakes, and then she was asking about the dogs too. I said you guys could just discuss it together.
Yes, I will help her find a place for them.
It's a lot easier for you guys to just talk one-on-one instead of me being the messenger.
Absolutely. Abby, do you want me to send you my phone number, honey? If you ever need to talk, you are more than welcome to call me.
Listen, I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be rude by saying it, but I'm only going to say it one time for the people that are in here. I do not know where the baby was found. I do not know how they found the baby. Anything. The only thing we know is the baby is not with us. That's all I know.
I am so sorry, honey.
I don't understand how someone can do this to their own fucking kid. I don't get it.
I am so sorry, sweetheart. Oh my fucking god. That I can tell you this, that courtroom had nobody. Everybody was sitting. There was no empty seat. There were people lined up against the walls for this.
Crossroads, I am so sorry, but I'm also thankful that you were there.
Yes, thank you for being there.
So that we know. Did Courtney or the other one, did they show any remorse or anything?
The Courtney tried to interrupt the judge, and the judge screamed at her, dude. He fucking yelled at her. No, there was no fucking remorse. Nothing. There, you'll see it probably here soon. They'll probably show pictures.
He hasn't had any remorse from the beginning.
No, he doesn't.
So, I'm not there, but I will say this. If you or Abby or Lisa, if any of you guys need us there, we will be there for you guys. But if you don't need us there, be there for each other. You guys confide in each other. You're both going through it. Crossroads, I know you're not related, but you're very connected to the case. You guys are all amazing people. Be there for each other.
I know Abby, and I know her babe, and I know her children. So, and I already told Abby if her or those kids need anything, they know how to get a hold of me. Same with Lisa.
Because Abby's going through it right now. I can tell. I've talked to Abby quite a bit, and I can tell she's going through it. I know you are too, honey, but you guys need to be each other's strength.
Dude, I puked, man. I'm sad to say Tennessee had to rush out of there because she actually puked too. Oh god, there's a whole dang potholes in these sidewalks. I'm Lambert feeding it again, guys, so.
Remember, Crossroads, I'm always here. I'm not too far from you guys.
I was telling your brother that I am here if you guys need me for anything, okay?
Thank you.
Would you guys feel a breath of fresh air if me and Merch came over and had lunch or dinner or something with you guys?
Yeah, we can totally do
We'll have to
that.
plan something, and yeah, most definitely do something. You go out
It
for somewhere and have a big old dinner or something.
Crossroads, it don't even have to be everybody. It can just be you and Caleb and Abby and Lisa and
Yeah,
if you guys want to do that and it just make you feel more comfortable or whatever, we have no problem doing that.
yeah. We'll have to like figure it out because my work schedule and yeah. Oh God, my head hurts.
Merch, you have to take that down. I can't read the chat again. I'm so sorry.
I'm just like speechless. Like I don't even know what to think or say.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, hold on, I gotta.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go.
Well, I'll be definitely thinking of you guys. I'm sorry you guys all had to witness that in the courtroom even. It's hard not even being in the courtroom, but I couldn't imagine hearing it right from the prosecutor's mouth and looking at their face as
I
they're
have an
talking about
MLive
it.
article, everybody. And it was updated at 1:54 p.m. So just under an hour ago. The mother and stepfather of a Wexford County woman who vanished after being last seen on November 3rd has been charged with murder. Bradley Bartholomew, 47, was charged with 8 counts, including murder and intentionally assaulting in order to cause a stillbirth. Courtney Bartholomew, 40, was also charged with murder, among other counts. This is where the quote that we read earlier came from. This is a case of premeditated torture and murder, said Wexford County Prosecutor Joanna Carey while arguing for no bond at the arraignment. These 2 individuals created a plan, conducted research. Mr. Bartholomew brought Rebecca to their home, forced her into another vehicle, and took her into the woods where they poked her, I'm trying to use TikTok-friendly words, forced her to lie on the ground while they removed her baby, ultimately causing the unaliving of her and the unaliving of the baby. This is frankly evil personified, she said. Both are facing the following charges: 1 count of first-degree murder, 1 count of felony murder, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of assault on a pregnant individual intentionally causing miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of conspiracy to commit assault on a pregnant individual intentionally causing miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, and 1 count of illegally moving an unalived body. The judge denied any bond in the cases and both remain in custody. Preliminary exams are set for December 16th at 2 p.m. The charges come nearly a month after disappearance of Courtney's biological daughter, 22-year-old Rebecca Park, who was last seen November 3rd. Rebecca Park was pregnant at the time of her disappearance, and the baby hasn't been located, according to the article. In the recently plowed parking lot of 84th District Court in Cadillac, friends and strangers gathered and greeted one another. Justice for Rebecca Park and say her name, Rebecca K. Park. Justice for Rebecca and Baby Park. Read messages written on one SUV. It's a picture of Crossroads Jeep. More than 50 members of the public filled the courtroom gallery with several forced to stand along the walls. I hope they get buried under the jail, said Caleb Hudson, 29, of Cadillac, who said he dated Park about 2 years ago. After the relationship ended, Hudson said Park began dating and later became engaged to 43-year-old Richard Lee Fowler. In addition to the Bartholomews, 2 other people with close relationships to Park have been arrested since the investigation began. Rebecca Park's 21-year-old sister, Kimberly Park, was arrested on November 26th, according to court records, and arraigned on charges of tampering with evidence, lying to a peace officer, and a false report of a felony. It's unclear if the charges are related to Park's death or disappearance. Kimberly's bond is set at $750,000. Hang on, guys. I'm just trying to catch up.
Crossroads, did they say if, oh God, I don't want to bother you, but you don't have to answer, okay? But I was just wondering if they said in court that if she was moved and when she was moved.
No.
They
Sorry, I had to walk back to my husband's work.
the charges clearly state that they believe.
Crossroads, if you're not too busy and you are okay to drive, can you reach out to Abby and see if she just needs someone to sit with her for a minute?
Yeah, I will. I need to go check on my dogs real quick, and then I will message her on Facebook.
And make sure you're okay to drive too, honey. I'm worried about you too. You haven't had no rest, and I know today was the topper. It just took everything and crumbled it, but at least we know we're not looking for a baby that's placed in the wrong hands. You know what I mean? We're looking for a baby, but it closed a lot of chapters.
I don't know, my cousin seen something on here on TT about people, like, there's something about the dump, but I don't know. I'm gonna see if she can find it and send it to me.
Watch this, Crossroads. This is how good our chat is. I love our chat. Can anybody please go be web sleuths and see if you find anything about the dump recently, though? Within the last day or two, would you say, Crossroads?
Probably anytime today, because I got asked today by two of our lovely ladies that were there, by Jax and all them, where it was at.
Okay,
and I gave
if you guys could check that out and see if you find anything about the dump, I would greatly appreciate it.
Oh, my kidneys hurt. Ugh.
Okay, Natalie, are you saying no cops were there, or are you saying no, the cops were there? Okay, so there you go. There was people at the dump today searching, but no law enforcement was seen.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you. And I really appreciate the people, if they are in here, for what they did earlier today, what you guys sent me. We really appreciate it. It helped quite a few people. And if Chachi's in here, thank you again. You didn't have to. I mean, I was set, but I really appreciate her and what she's done. That girl right there, man, she was supposed to be in Midland today, and she didn't go. I yelled at her at the court, like, not like, like being mean. I told her, you need to keep your health up there too, lady.
Heathers, if you want to send that to me, you're welcome to. If not, understandable. But yes, I want to say thank you to everybody who was out there for Rebecca. Everybody who stood in that courtroom to let those sick freaks know that Rebecca did not go without a voice. She has a voice. Her baby has a voice. And we will not stop until they're buried under the damn prison. Because what they did is vile and disgusting.
If I still drank today, would be the day I started again.
Do what?
Oh my God. I said if I wasn't recovering alcoholic, I can't even speak. I think today would be the day.
It's probably a good thing I didn't go to that courtroom. I'm gonna be quite
I
honest.
have to ask,
Anybody
and
want to
I'm
play
sorry to
kitchen?
interrupt.
Sorry.
What?
What? I'm confused.
Mouthy, you're cutting out. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We can now.
Sorry. I said I was just wondering, and I have to ask how Caleb is doing too.
Oh yes.
He got pretty pissed when he heard the charges. I think we all did, and some of it got rough in there. He's actually with a friend right now. Oh, I just got a package. Sorry, I got excited. They he's with a couple people right now. He's off doing his own thing, which I get. So am I. But I'm not gonna be alone. I promise. But he seemed pretty pissed off.
As anybody would
That's the
be.
best. I'm going to because I
Okay, I'm gonna drop you from the box, okay, Crossroads? I think she lost service anyways. Yes, Celeste, I will send you the article. Yes. Okay. Update for those who are just joining us. Also, I want to let everybody know that I'm getting messages from people who have never heard of Rebecca's story. And the only way that they knew about Rebecca was from watching our live. So that means what we're doing is what we're doing is working. More people are learning about Rebecca, and that's what we want. Who am I sending this to? I'm sending this to Celeste. Maybe it will play if I get requested. Oh, you're gonna play it for us? Okay, 1 second, Heathers. Update is Courtney was charged with 8 counts, 8 charges. I'm not going to put them back up on the screen because it is hard to read the chat with them on the screen. Courtney has been charged with 1 count of premeditated murder, 1 count of felony murder, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of assault on a pregnant individual causing a miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of conspiracy to intentionally assault an individual causing miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, and 1 count of removal of an unalived body without consent. Her bond is denied. Brad has been charged with 1 count of murder, 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of an assault on a pregnant individual, 1 count of conspiracy to assault a pregnant individual, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, 1 count of removing an unalived bodies without consent, and he was also charged as a habitual offender. We do not know. We don't have any confirmation that they have baby. We don't know anything about the baby other than what the charges tell us. This is about Rebecca K. Park, the missing 22-year-old from Boone, Michigan. She was found November 25th. Her biological mother and her biological mother's husband have just been charged in connection to her disappearance and unaliving. And also, what happened to her baby. I believe, yes, more charges will be coming, if not for them, then other people. I'm not sure, Cheryl. I know that the prosecutor said that this was planned. They have evidence that it was researched. This was a planned attack. And that's what we have right now. I want to give it
Courtney is
another.
the biological mother of Becca, but Courtney lost her rights to Becca and Kimmy when they were little. Kimmy was believed to be 6 months, and Becca believed to be a year old.
Yeah, Becca has had no relationship with her biological mother since she was a year old. She recently just found her a year or so ago. So, and it wasn't the girls that found her.
To play something.
Yes, Heather. Yes, Heather's gonna play. Welcome back in, Bounty. Yeah, Heather's gonna play a. We might not play the whole thing because she said it's 14 minutes long. But we don't know anything about the baby other than what the charges tell us. We don't know if it was found or anything. Sorry, my phone's been going crazy. Understandable, Bounty. We get it. We got news of the charges as they were happening, and yeah, it's tough. Okay, let me get Heather up in here so that way she can play that for us. Let me find her. There you go.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, let me see if there's a way that I can play this with. Also, would you know how to do that to go to a...
You would have to have two devices to play it off of one device and then listen to it on the device that you're logged on.
1 second here. Log in on my computer real quick and then I'll play it off my phone.
Okay. Bounty, I want to thank you for everything you've done to help Becca and how involved you were and everything and keeping it classy with what you had to do.
Oh, what the heck? Watch out, babies. Watch out. Sorry, we recently had a power outage with the snowstorms and my my tower was turned off.
You're fine.
Do you need to go outside and go potty? Jax, you gotta go potty. Come on.
What is the report of?
It is, I believe Jax was there and a couple of the other ladies coming out of the courthouse and describing everything that was going on. The specific statements that they reported.
Oh, and while she's waiting to play that, I will let you guys know my digging and research paid off on Tennessee. Tennessee is homeless, lives in the woods in a camper on state land. I have more information if they need that.
Tennessee is not a reliable source for anything. I know that she gets on here and tries to act like she knows the family. The family has confirmed they don't know her. She's not even from Michigan. So she does not know the family.
Sorry, it's taken forever. Out here in the boondocks in Michigan.
No, you're okay.
Come on.
You guys, I'll be right back because I need to call my mom, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I again want to thank everybody who was out at the protest, boots on the ground, everybody who helped give Becca and her baby a voice and let that family know that Becca's not going to be forgotten. That even though they tried to silence Becca, that's not going to happen, and we weren't going to let that happen.
Merch about the benefit held by the restaurant.
Yes, give me 1 second. It's going to get loud in my house for a second, so I will say that in just 1 second.
Who's talking over each other? Crab King, who's talking over each other?
I didn't hear. I don't see any. I don't see any comments previously from him, so I don't know what that's about.
Me neither. User Joe, the Schmurderers are related. Courtney is the birth mother or birth giver of ketchup. And then Brad is the Courtney's boyfriend or husband or whatever.
So the benefit, while we're waiting, there is a benefit being held by Cedar Creek Cafe for Rebecca's 2 sons and Kimberly's child. That's being organized by an attorney and Rebecca's adoptive mom, Stephanie, to put money into a trust for the children. That way,
You
when
said that
they're
was Cedar Creek?
yes, Cedar Creek Cafe.
Okay.
They will be holding a benefit spaghetti dinner December 13th between 6:30 and 8:30 p.m. They will be doing a bake sale and a silent auction as well. Mouthy and I are going to try and get in touch with the organizer and see how we can help. Body, I don't know. They are very young though. I'm not quite sure on ages. I don't want to really release their ages even if I did know.
They're
Just
toddlers.
for
They're toddlers.
yeah,
Leave it at
they're
that.
very young. Welcome in, Jolyn. We just got some news I can send you.
Merch, hold on. Crab, if it sounds like multiple people talking, you need to go out and then come back in. I think you're lagging or something.
Oh, he had more than one thing playing. That's why. That's okay. But yeah, so we're gonna try and see what we can do for that. It is all legit. It's being handled by an attorney. so you don't have to worry about anybody taking the money and doing something that it's not supposed to be done with. But unfortunately, the children are being thrown into this. Yes, young enough to where they're not going to get online and look this up. When they're older, everything stays on the internet forever.
But
So they definitely
sadly,
could.
yes, sadly, once it's on the internet, it's there forever. And I just hope those kids never, ever have to research this.
Yes. Bounty
But
Hunter
there also
said,
is a 14-year-old that's in the mix of all of this that lived in the house. It's Courtney's boy. And sadly, I can only imagine what he's going through as well. He's with family right now.
yes. And he is unable to get any of his belongings because the house is on lockdown. So Abby, which is related, is going to, she has her ash cap. If anybody would like to help with the 14-year-old boy get clothes or anything, that will be turned over to the family member that has him in their care. Bounty Hunter said, let's try this again. Try what again, Bounty? Also, sorry, you guys, you're going to hear the bumble nums in the background. Yeah. Every time I hop on, someone calls.
Merch, did your husband show him what your dad got him?
No. No, but he sent me a picture.
It's not letting me log into my TikTok on my computer for some reason. I don't know what is going on.
Okay. Are you able to send me the video if I were to give you an email?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Okay, let me
Let me grab a pen here real quick.
That's because you're Mr. Popularity there, Bounty Hunter.
Let me.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna send you a message. I don't want to put the email out for everybody to see
Okay.
Again, all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, I get that.
Let me follow you so that way it'll be like, hey. There we go.
Now I will say this. If the spirits aren't visiting Courtney and Brad in jail, you guys do know that you can send mail to anybody in jail, right? You can send a picture. Yep. And you can send a letter too. All you have to do is Google that Wexford County Jail and wherever Brad is, I don't remember. And you could send him a little note.
Brad's in
Masaki.
Or Masaki,
there you go. In Masaki, and maybe brighten their day or whatever, if you want to send something. I encourage it.
Just know that whatever you send does get looked at by guards. So don't do anything to get yourselves in trouble.
I would simply just get a postcard made at Walmart or something with Becca's picture that says you did it and send it to him. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Allegedly, 19 kids went missing in the whole state yesterday, and they feel it's a ring. Holy God. It's a lot of kids. Okay, so I sent Heather the email, so that way she should be able to send me the recording, no problem.
I was just going to ask you, Bounty, what it was for. I kind of figured it was on another case. Have to keep us posted and let us know if you're doing that. You're definitely the man for the job. Bounty, I want to look into the case with the two missing sisters. If you have any info on that and you want to join in, that would be awesome.
Oh, sorry guys, hang on.
don't quote me, but it is Michigan. It's local.
It's Houghton Lake.
Houghton Lake. There you go. Houghton Lake.
It's a 16-year-old girl and her sister. Okay, Heathers. Miss Weimer said y'all should look into the Devon Tate case. Is that local, Weimer? I'll send you the flyer, Bounty. Hang on one second.
Isn't that crazy, Bounty? We didn't hear about it until some psycho, or what do they call?
No, a psycho, Mom. A psychic.
What is it?
A
Psychic.
psychic.
Some psychic brought it up. That's when we heard about it.
Will you send me that information, Miss Weimer?
Absolutely. I would have no problem checking that one out either. I mean, there's only so much we can do. Admit it. We're not law enforcement or anything. But protest, protest, protest. Questions, questions, questions. Demand answers. That's what got us where we're at with Rebecca. I know for a fact that protest lit a fire under everybody. And Brad and Courtney didn't know which way to turn because we were out there.
I have had a few people ask me to continue to do this, and not just be a one and done and only cover Becca's and then never do it again. So I have been talking, and I'm going to do a little bit more research on what it takes and the best way to do things and all of that. And depending on what I find, I will most likely stay doing this. If I do, it'll be one at a time, and I will stay local to Michigan because we have enough here in Michigan for years. But that is what I'm looking into. I want to do a little bit of research, and all of that to see what I'm getting myself into. But I think that we may be diverting my TikTok to that. Oh, I have to accept your follow before. Okay, hang on. I think I just have to follow you back.
Body artist, honestly, that means a lot to me. I appreciate you acknowledging that because when I first came up with this idea, everybody was against it. Not everybody. A lot of people were verbally against it. Like, such a bad idea. Why are you sticking your nose in? Why would you want to do that? You're not even from there. We heard it all.
Yep.
And me and my daughter headed over there 2.5 hours away. Thank goodness we did, because when we pulled onto that road, we had many, many people there waiting for us. Right there on the corner of the main road, waiting for us. We weren't just Becca's voice at that point. Everybody was. It could have been me and my daughter standing there out there all day, and we were like a couple of idiots. That wouldn't have done much. But when they seen everybody come there, that's when they were like, holy moly.
Bounty, I sent you the information on that the missing sisters.
All right, I sent it to my drive, and I'm able to play it on the computer.
Okay.
She got premeditated.
She got premeditated.
Let me go to the part where she gets out of the courtroom.
At this point, if we're gonna keep speculating, I've already spoke on it. I really hang on one second, Heather. Sorry. I do not want to speculate about the baby anymore. It is a sad situation. We can tell by by the charges what happened. So I'm not going to answer any questions about what I think happened to the baby. I'm just going to mute you. This is going to be the last time that I say anything.
To intentionally,
but someone just said she was on her own live.
I was trying to clear out a box just in case, but
it's fucking tortured, and he will, and I can't wait. I can't wait to hear about it. He tortures somebody, well, guess what, Rich? You're about to get tortured fucking too. Max, can you send that to me? I can't send any, it's too long, so I'd have to email it.
Hang on, I think I got too far ahead.
Conspiracy to assault a pregnant individual.
That makes me ill. Where was that boy, the minor, when all of this was going on?
So Courtney got the same charges as Brad.
But hers is premeditated, and she got one extra.
Yes, she got one extra. I have it. The person in the courtroom has confirmed it. The person in the courtroom confirmed it.
I got these off of 9 and 10 News.
I got images. Thank you to Nico and Dora for sending me this. Brad Bartholomew charged with 1 count of homicide. We'll go over this again just in case people are coming out. We have 5,000 souls in here, so people are probably going in and out. Brad Bartholomew has been charged with 1 count of homicide, 1 count of conspiracy to commit homicide, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of assault on a pregnant individual, 1 count of conspiracy to assault a pregnant individual, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, 1 count of removing dead bodies with consent, and was also charged as an habitual offender. Courtney has been charged with 1 count of premeditated homicide, 1 count of homicide felony slaughter, 1 count of torture, 1 count of conspiracy to commit torture, 1 count of an assault on a pregnant individual causing a miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of conspiracy to intentionally assault an individual causing miscarriage or stillbirth, 1 count of unlawful imprisonment, and 1 count of removal of dead bodies without consent.
Steph, somebody said Jax was trying to come up.
Okay, let me fill out a box, somebody.
Live on her own live.
Jax.
Said earlier that she would be doing her own live.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't see Jax in here, but someone just said she was on her own live. Let me check.
Okay. She's live on her own live. Can somebody said I just clicked down, Mom, come back up? I was trying to clear out a box just in case, but she's not in here. Mom of 3. What was that lady's name? I just clicked you down and I don't mean to come back. There you go.
Yeah.
I've got her pulled up. She's not okay, y'all. She's not okay.
That Brad gets fucking tortured, and he will, and I can't wait.
And this is Jax coming out of the
I can't
courtroom.
wait to hear about it. He tortures somebody, well, guess what, Rich? You're about to get tortured fucking too. Max, can you send that to me? I can't send any, it's too long, so I'd have to email it to you. That's fine. No rush. Courtney, you fucking sick bitch. That's all I got to say. You're a fucking nasty fucking cunt.
Oh, what's the C word?
Courtney and Brad. Yeah. Wait. Cool.
Keep tapping the screen.
Yeah. What'd they do to the babies? They stabbed and caused shit, I gotta be careful what I'm saying. And they caused a stillbirth and they said miscarriage, but it's obviously not that. They said stillbirth or miscarriage, and then they said that they brought her, they lured her out there. They did it out there. That's what they're saying, but there's more to the story that they don't know because we know we know more than, you know what I'm saying? But from the evidence that they have, huh? Are they confessing? No, they both had to plead not guilty, and they both had to get
Hold on,
lawyers.
can you pause that, Heathers?
Yeah.
Did they just say they both pleaded not guilty?
Yes.
They put a non-guilty plea in so they can talk to an attorney, but they're still being held with no bond. But all I can say is I've never cried in public. Like when they were reading off the charges,
It's absolutely
I
horrible.
didn't start crying, but I was shaking, and as soon as I walked out of that courtroom, it just all came out, and I couldn't move, I couldn't talk, like I was just, yeah, it was bad.
Caleb, now was Becca's real family that cared for her, took care of her, raised her, were they in the court today?
Yes, they actually had reserved seats in the front.
Okay, were they doing the best that they could possibly be?
Yeah, they were trying to hold it together. I know when they walked out, they let them walk out first.
Oh, good.
The adoptive mom was in tears. Crossroads was in tears. We were all like trying to keep it together, but with the charges and everything, they said I wanted to puke.
Caleb, could you iterate on who got yelled at, why they got yelled at? Can you tell us about that?
Poor Allie got yelled at because of she was recording, which she did have prior authorization through the court to do so. I don't think she actually brought that up. I don't know why she didn't, but that's beside the point. And then Courtney got yelled at because she tried saying that I got a 14-year-old and she was and the judge was like no, like he wasn't having that. But me and Crossroads are in M Live. I have $10 in my Suburban that I can go put it on my Cash App and then use that so I can read the article. But you do, like, if you look on mlive.com's page on the Book of Faces, you will see at least Crossroads' Jeep. My Suburban's more down there.
We saw it. We read it out too, Caleb.
There's also a picture of everybody that attended as well.
I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Everybody that was in the pews.
Yeah, say people are bashing us for what we wore.
It's unreal.
It is. I find it funny that people are sitting there just running their mouths, but then I've said some questionable words, but I call them little frou-frou drinking rich people.
Well, here's the thing. You weren't there for a popularity contest. You weren't there to dress to impress. You were there for Becca.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, and that's what me and Crossroads are saying on these, on these posts is that we're saying, like, we're not there to impress anybody. We're there for Rebecca K. Park, and we are not going to stop. We are the ones who are making her voice heard since Courtney and Brad took her voice away.
Exactly, Weimer. Becca would not have cared what you look like. I'm sure she's looking down, appreciating the support.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking, dude. So, but I mean, Tennessee being there is kind of like she's just trying to make everything about herself.
That's
You know,
what we
I was sitting
heard.
there like looking at everybody else, and I'm like sitting there wanting to care for them, but at the same time, my own emotions were getting the best of me to where I wanted to stand up and and so I could be heard by Brad and by Courtney. I want to be in whatever prison you guys go to, and I want to be the one to take your lives away too. I had to control that.
Well,
Allegedly.
I'm
Yeah.
very, very proud of you for being able to control yourself and being able to be there for Becca like she needed you to be. I'm very proud of all of you.
Like I said, we're not going to stop doing it either. We're going to still be there. Um, no matter what. I mean, I don't care if I have to, if I'm three, states over, I'll make it to every court. Yeah, I mean, I ain't moving. I'm just saying, make it to every court date that they have until they get sentenced.
I mean, we got answers. Weren't the answers we were wanting, but we did get answers. And hopefully this will be the start to, some healing for everybody who knew Becca, everybody that got consumed by this, and the start of justice for Becca and her baby. Because the people involved, there's still people out there who knew something and didn't say anything that are not being held accountable yet.
100% agree.
Yes. And the charges that Courtney and Brad got told a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They told a lot. And I hope that they are forced to face the full extent of the law, that they have the book thrown at them, everything.
I hope they get prison justice. I hope there's prison justice, which I mean, we all know there's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a guard who's going to forget to lock a door.
Well, especially in the women's ward.
Oh, the women's is going to be a lot worse
Worse. Yes.
for Courtney, because there's women in there that can't be there with their kids because they got in trouble. So I mean,
I don't know
they're
about
going to
Wexford
be.
County, but a lot of counties here in Michigan have like their own ward for people like that.
Well, if it goes federal, I don't know if they're planning for it to go federal, but
White Box
that's
is a
different.
federal holding place.
I think it's going to go federal because they found her on because it supposedly from the way it sounds like it was on the federal land. So I'm hoping it goes federal so they can go sit in federal prison and have as much
Yes.
fun as they can.
Well, not only that, but if Brad doesn't go to an SO unit, he will be in Gen Pop, and there's lots of men in Gen Pop that would not take liking to what he did to that baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel like depending on what prison he goes to, and if at first, yes, he's gonna be in a protective custody for a little bit until maybe probably a year, and then he's going to get put into Gen Pop because there's going to be a guard that's going to be like, no, I don't think he deserves to be in a special wing. He deserves to be in Gen Pop. You know what? I'm going to let the prison deal with him.
Oh yeah, for sure. And if I'm not mistaken, Most jails have a TV in the common room where you can watch the news and stuff. I could be wrong, but
They do, and I'm pretty sure in this, and especially in Cadillac. I mean, there's some trustees that take the food around, and I'm pretty sure his food's already been getting messed with. He's not in Wexford. He's actually in Misaki.
Yeah.
I think they
sorry
did the
guys, I'm
Misaki just because of
reading something. I'll be right
Rich.
back. Well, everybody, it's a lot to process, a lot to digest. Heathers, if you want to continue to play that recording, if you still have it up.
Yes, I do. I'm just warning you, it is going to get very graphic here right after she reads the
I'm
charge.
gonna step out because
Yeah,
I
if
have
it's
to use the
gonna get
bathroom.
graphic, graphic like foul language or graphic with details.
More description.
Okay, yeah, then I would rather not. I'd rather skip that because
Crossroads.
Really
Once you
heartbreaking.
guys just send her the screenshots or the article from M Live because it won't let us read it because we don't have the exclusive pass or whatever.
I was able to read it. I didn't have an exclusive pass.
It wouldn't let me read it.
Package. I just got a package. All right,
Apparently, she's
let me
got a
look
package.
Let me see. Yeah, this is the one with her Jeep in it.
That's the one I want.
Let's say if you go down a little bit, I'm pretty sure you'll see the Suburban.
That's the one I want. Is the one with my Jeep in it.
Yep, I'm sending it to you right now, honey.
Thank you.
Send it to me.
You're
All right,
welcome.
so I'm gonna step away so I can use the bathroom.
Facilities.
Okay.
All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, you too, hon. Okay, so yeah, we're if it gets graphic with details, I'd rather skip out on that. I don't want to put that out there. Everybody knows what happened. You can we can all read that and pull our own conclusions, but I know it was traumatizing for details when Becca came out or when Becca was found, and I'd rather not traumatize everybody all over again with that.
Yeah, it was really hard to listen to.
Yeah. If you guys Google Rebecca Park M Live, it should be the first one available. Titled Mother and Stepfather Charged with Schmurder and Causing a Stillbirth in Rebecca Park Case. That should be the title of the article. That is the one that I have. That is the one that I've been sending to everybody. You should not need to pay for it. I'm able to read the whole thing without paying for it, and I don't pay for M Live subscription or anything like that. I want to again reiterate, everybody, thank you for thinking of Rebecca and sharing her story, sitting with us while we learn new information. I want to thank the people that are out there, boots on the ground every day for Rebecca, whether it's protesting, sitting in the courtrooms, going out and looking at things that we have suspicions on. They've been amazing. Specific shout outs to Crossroads and Caleb. They've been out there every day. Chachi pushed back an appointment today in order to be there. Celeste, she might not be able to get out on them streets, but she knows she can make some dang good phone calls. She's been great at that and getting things done that way. But yeah, so thank you to everybody. Yes.
Mert,
Yes.
Oh, Caleb's not in here.
No, he just left. Why?
I leave for 2 seconds and you lost over 90% of your viewers.
That's okay. Is there something going
I
on?
have, like major stuff going on. Okay, you need to get off here and call me. I'm sorry.
Okay, everybody. I guess we'll be back. Something major's happening.
Major stuff going on. I'm sorry.
Okay, everybody. I guess we'll.
I'm sorry.
Okay.